Welcome back YouTube. Today I'm going to walk you through why fat burning workouts are a lie. So you've probably seen various videos of people showing you a workout and implying that if you do this workout it is going to help you or cause you to drop body fat, or even worse, going to target a certain area for dropping body fat. Now, unfortunately, this is absolutely nonsense. I'm going to walk you through why that is in this video, and I'm going to walk you through how to actually go about dropping body fat and what you need to focus on rather than these particular workouts. If you do find the video helpful, please do drop a like. If you have any questions throughout, throw them down below. I'll get back to you. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, not only so you can help me, but you can keep up to date with future videos which are going to help you and your goal. Okay, so why are fat burning workouts complete nonsense? Well, the simple answer is because workouts aren't going to directly cause you to drop body fat. So workouts in themselves aren't the reason that you drop body fat. During a workout, yes, you will burn calories. We'll come on to that in a minute. But burning calories, whether you're burning carbohydrates, fat, and or for fuel, isn't the same thing as burning body fat in terms of getting leaner. So understand using fat, carbohydrates for fuel is not the same thing as burning fat and dropping body fat. Now, onto the calorie part, which is arguably more important, right? Hopefully we know that you have to be in a calorie deficit to drop body fat. So you have to be taking in less calories than you are expending. So, workouts can be a way to increase your calorie expenditure, yes. However, in the grand scheme of things of how you burn calories overall from your day to day, the amount of calories that you burn from a workout is actually going to be very, very small. Now, that's not to say that they aren't then useful or contribute to your overall deficit, no. But what it is to say is that a single workout is not going to have so much of an impact that all of a sudden that workout is the reason that you're dropping body fat. Your overall intake and expenditure is the reason that you're dropping body fat, because the balance of those two putting you into a deficit is the reason that you're dropping body fat. And I'm going to walk you through right now, rather than focusing and worrying about these fat burning workouts, what you instead want to focus on to put yourself into this deficit, to be consistent in this deficit, and to then get the fat loss results that you're after. Because I tell you now, if you just keep trying to do these fat burning workouts and you're not taking into consideration your overall energy balance and if you're in a deficit or not, you will not drop body fat. If you're not in a deficit, doesn't matter what your training looks like, you're not going to drop body fat. So stop doing the mountain climbers, the burpees, the Russian twists, common exercises found within these fat burning exercises, and instead listen to what I'm about to say. What are the two easiest and biggest ways to create this calorie deficit? One is your intake, okay? Managing your overall intake and likely reducing your overall intake is going to be an easy way to adjust this energy balance and to help put you in a calorie deficit by a big chunk. For example, let's say you're currently eating 2,500 calories. If you were to drop that by 500 calories to 2,000, all of a sudden you've created a 500 calorie window that's going to help put you towards a calorie deficit, and 500 calories each day is huge. If you were to try and compare that to a single workout, you'd be probably having to train for a good few hours, and that's every single day, and probably at a very, very decent intensity. It's just not going to happen. So the second best way to help us put ourselves into a calorie deficit is to then look at expenditure. But what's the best way to ramp up expenditure on a consistent basis to the point where it's going to have a pretty decent impact on our overall size of the deficit? It's not going to be workouts. Again, working out for an hour, maybe even 2 if you've got the time, but a lot of people don't have the time, isn't going to equate to that many calories realistically. And when it comes to working out, some people can only work out 3, 4, maybe times a week. And again, it's not to say that that then isn't useful. Training has a whole host of benefits away from calories being expended. So what's a better way to increase our overall expenditure on a consistent basis? And that is our daily expenditure. So not just thinking about training, but outside of training too. What can we be doing to keep our expenditure up on a consistent basis. And that is simply being active. Big one for that, and what a lot of people focus on, is their step count. This is why you've probably heard about steps quite a lot if you've gone out and searched about fat loss. Because increasing your step count means increasing your expenditure, which means increasing your calorie output on a consistent basis, because you'll try and likely hit that target day to day at 7 days a week, and those numbers then do start to rack up. Again, it's not going to be huge numbers that we're talking about, but because it's a consistent basis, it's a consistent thing that we're doing day to day, and for some people, they do have the room to actually significantly increase their step count, it can make a very big difference. Combine that with managing and reducing your food intake, and all of a sudden, you're in a very good position to create this calorie deficit, maybe even a relatively good size deficit, and get a good fat loss response. And your training then, in terms of that, really doesn't matter, okay? Your training isn't causing the fat loss response. The fat loss response is coming from this deficit that you've created. Okay, if anything, in my opinion, you want your training to be focused on muscle retention and prioritizing that, which these fat burning workouts probably aren't going to be the best for. Now, I'm not going to sit here and bash people posting fat burning workouts, so I'm going to give you a positive to what they generally are, and that is they're typically these short sessions, HIIT training if you like. Now, the one benefit of those is that if you're short on time and you're trying to get these sessions in, then yes, this style of session might be useful for you, because then you can get a workout in, you can still be training, have the whole host of benefits, and yes, there's going to be some calorie expenditure there. However, big picture, there's much better ways to go about it. And these workouts in themselves don't directly cause fat loss. So don't listen to that lie in the statement of fat burning workouts. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please drop a like. If you have any questions, throw them down below. I'll get back to you. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.